Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2017 in our European Journeyman series at Napoli. At the moment we're about 5 points off Juventus in the league title race, just 8 games down, 30 still to go, so not the end of the world, but we need to make sure we don't lose any more ground as the season goes forward, because I think Juventus are going to be very, very strong this season. In the Champions League, we are taking on Arsenal, who are level with us at the top of the group, 6 points each. Celtic and Valencia with an awful lot to do if they want to try and get through in this group. So it's important we do get the win against Arsenal. We are at home for that match, and a win would almost certainly allow us to qualify for the knockout stages. We've then got a huge match at home against Roma before going away to Inter Milan, and then finishing off at home against Bari. So a lot of very, very big games for us, starting with this one at Arsenal, which really is a crucial match. We need to get the win, given we've still got to go away to the Emirates. Now, we are going to play with Diabate, Perez and Bruma in this one, with Castellano, Romero and Kubas in midfield, Traore, Gununi, Koulibaly and Husai the back four, Murray in goal. Castellano's free kick out to Traore. Got 3 players in the box, but he's lost the ball to Bellerin. Now Ziyech back to Downs. Bellerin down the line, looking for Firmino, header cut out, and it's back with us, and Romero in the middle. Now Castellano looking to find a key pass. Instead, Romero might push the ball forward, and he does find Bruma. Brilliant step inside the defender. He's still got the ball, he sends it back to Husai. He needs to do something with it. The ball comes to Romero, over to Castellano. Great position, he finds Perez. Castellano's shot straight into the bottom corner, past Galini, and we've got an early lead against Arsenal. Well, this is a pretty damaging thing to have happened. We have lost Diabate to injury, and we have no backup striker. This was always going to be a huge, huge risk, and it means we could be playing, depending on how long Diabate is out, we could be playing without a proper striker for a very, very long time. We're going to have to play with a second striker. Asensio can do a pretty good job in that position, but this is not ideal at all. Corner from Asensio, puts it towards Koulibaly at the back stick. The ball runs to him. Now it's Castellano, whose shot has gone in past the keeper. 2-0 now for us against Arsenal. Castellano with both goals. Tuanzebe with the ball, he sends it forward to Russell. There's a pass through the middle if he looks for it, but Husai's cut the ball out. Now Amigi forward to Castellano, Romero into Asensio, ball down the wing for Perez, in on goal, but well rushed by Galini. Koulibaly's header has come to Asensio, now Bruma, cutting him from the right. He's got Perez with him, sends it back to Romero, out wide to Husai in a very good position. He sends the ball to the back post. Castellano is there. He's made it 3-0 and he's got his hat-trick against Arsenal. Absolutely incredible stuff from Castellano. Well, there's just 30 seconds left of this game. It's an incredible performance. Castellano especially making this match his own. A 3-0 win over Arsenal at home really does show that we can compete at the highest level in the Champions League, and this is a really good sign for us pushing forward. I think the league's going to be very tough this year, so if we can have a good run in the Champions League, we really could be looking at a 3rd European title. Well, there's confirmation. We are going to be without Diabate for 5 to 6 weeks, which is a huge, huge blow, because that takes us right up to the end of November, maybe into December, which is when the winter break is. So that's a lot of the season to be playing without a striker. Well, this is certainly the worst time of the season to lose both of your strikers. We really should have had a 3rd backup striker, and I am regretting that at the moment. We did have a chance to maybe bring in someone on loan, but I think it's going to be difficult to find a decent player at this stage in the season. I think Asensio actually playing as a shadow striker might do us better than a poor on loan 3rd choice striker. Certainly against Arsenal it didn't seem to have an impact on our team as a whole whatsoever, so I'm hoping that that will continue at home against Roma, because we do need to try and get through the next 2 games unscathed if we can. I'd love a win, but realistically I would take 2 points, hopefully 3 from the next 2 matches. Anything more than that will be a huge bonus, because Roma and Inter Milan are going to be very, very tough teams. Free kick for us. Asensio's put it over quickly. Perez in on goal, but it is pushed over by Peña. A few people have raised the issue about Perez's finishing, which is definitely suspect. But the ball's gone in from the corner. Grununi is claiming it. It's gone down as an own goal for Meligoni, but it's been disallowed for somebody pushing another player. That was entirely confusing. Traore with the throw, looking for Perez. It comes back to Traore, over to Romero, into Asensio. The ball just being stolen away, but it's back with Castellano. Now Perez, can he take it down the left wing? Instead he's tackled by Lekesovic. Perez having a really poor game at the moment. Ricci trying to bring the ball forward. He's found Gil. It's in and wide from Disabato. I thought that was going to be a certain goal, but Roma still to have a shot on target. Romero tries to cut out the header, but it's with Gil. They've got a free man down the left here. It's Pizzella who can put the ball in. He's found Disabato. The ball ricocheted to Castelleo, and he is the one who has put it in the back of the net, and we are losing at home to Roma. Ball sent forward by Roma. Romero on to Diawara. Now Felipe finds Bruma, cutting in from the right-hand side. Back to Diawara. Now Castellano. Good position, but saved by Peña. Last minute corner from Bruma, sent towards the back post for Koulibaly. It's cleared out, and there's the full-time whistle. We've been beaten at home by Roma. An absolutely crushing defeat for the team, and our lack of striker really showing there. Just no cutting edge for us whatsoever. We are still third at least. Roma move up to 8th, but it is very tight at the top of the table, and we could find ourselves down in 8th place after the next round of fixtures, and we're now 8 points off Juventus already in this league season. Despite losing at home to Roma, we are going to stick with the same formation away from home against Inter Milan, where I think it might actually be more effective because the onus will be on Inter Milan to control the game. We're just really going to struggle until we get to January at least, and maybe we can bring in a third striker. But at the moment, having both of our main strikers injured is just really, really unfortunate. Diabate out for 3 to 4 weeks. Santa Maria out for another 2 months. So 1 to 2 months until we get the strikers back is really, really not good. All the pressure is going to be on Asensio carrying the burden for this. Hopefully Castellano can do well as well, although he's going to sit out this match. Perez and Bruma will continue in their usual positions, with Amighi coming into midfield for Castellano. In defence, the only change is Mancini coming in for Koulibaly. Asensio back to Amighi. Ball switched out wide to Bruma in a good position. He can put the cross in. It's come to Asensio and it's gone into the back of the net. Asensio is going to get the goal. A lot of fortune in that finish, but it does mean we have the lead away from home against Inter Milan. Lemos sends the ball into Everton Ribeiro. Ball pushed in, Diawara away, but not very well. Brozovic to Gabbiadini. The ball's run through, and Nori's been allowed to just touch that one home. Really sloppy defending from the team. Murray should have come out to claim it, and it's now 1-1. Free kick from Bruma into the middle, cleared away. Husai following up. We have been in control of this first half, and the diagonal ball into Perez has come for Amighi. Back to Perez. What a 1-2 that was between the pair of them, and Perez finally has his first goal of the season, and what a time to get it, justifying our excellent performance in the first half. Corner taken by Misailovic, I think that is. Gabbiadini's header, I think, went against the post there. That was quite similar to how we got our first goal, but the look not with Inter Milan at the moment, it is with us. Corner from Milizovic again. I've got no idea how you actually pronounce his name, but Perez has stolen the ball. We've got a counter-attack on here. He's got 2 players to his left. He's looking for Asensio, and he has found him. Perez still at the back post. It's come to him. He finds Asensio, and that is an easy finish for Asensio. Some beautiful cross-field play from the team, and we're now 3-1 up away against Inter Milan. Traore with the throw into Perez. He's turned the defender very well. He went down there, but no foul given. Bini trying to bring it out. He finds Ribeiro. Over the top to Lacazette. Through to Nouri. Tackled by Diawara. Felipe can launch the counter-attack, but he sends it back to Mancini instead. Ball forward to Husai, on to Bruma, into Asensio, on for Amigi. He's got Perez making a run. He holds the ball up, finds Traore, ball to the back stick, and it's come down in the box, but it's cleared away, and now Lacazette can counter, but Mancini hacks him down when he's already on a yellow card. And when we're 3-1 up, I would rather he just let Lacazette run, but instead we've now got to play with 10 men. I don't think that's the first time Mancini's been sent off this season either. It does free up a bit of space in midfield. We can drop Diawara back, bring Jules Koundé on for Diawara as well, and hopefully that will actually help us control the game a little bit more in the middle. Elizondo with the throw, just about 10 minutes left for us to see out. Asensio trying to bring the ball forward, Balbuena picks it up. He then pushes it out to Bruma. Forward ball to Balbuena. Now Asensio. Got a ball on here for Perez. 3 at the back stick for Perez to aim at. The ball comes out to Asensio, but Balbuena in there has put it wide. Husai's throw forward to Bruma. Now Felipe. Nouri sending it back to Cardona. Virgil van Dijk pushes it forward to Bini, but a good tackle there. Here's Traore on the left, over the top for Perez, who got him behind temporarily there. He didn't have the pace to carry on, but he's got players in the middle, cleared out by Cardona. Ribeiro tries to send it further forward, but easy for Koundé. He puts it out wide to Felipe, onto Bruma. 2 in the middle for him to aim at. 3 now, Asensio in there, straight at Ederson. Well, there's no doubt this has been a remarkable performance from the team. I would have happily taken 3 points ahead of these 2 games, and that is what we have achieved, moving us up to second place and closing the gap on Juventus down to 6 points after they drew with Roma. We're still 1 point clear in second at the moment, which, given how tough those 2 games were, I will take. 6 points off Juventus isn't ideal, but I think we can make that ground up. Well, the final match of this episode is against FC Bari, but there is a bit of news to tell you about, and that's that I've had a big bust up with Anthony Perez. He wanted a new contract, I offered him one, he didn't accept it. He handed in a transfer request, and then he gave me a squad mutiny, which fortunately I managed to thwart, so there's no problem with the rest of the squad, but Perez is miserable. I'm annoyed at him as well. He's not deserved a new contract on the evidence of this season so far. He's had one good game for us, so instead I've relegated him to the under-20s, which is a bit of a risk when I'm already lacking my 2 best strikers, but my thinking was that it will open up more chances for Castellano on the left hand side, and I think he's a better player than Perez right now when we need goals from our 2 inside forwards. So that's the decision I made. I'm going to stick to it at least until January. We can take a look at what's going on, but quite frankly I don't even want to sell Perez right now. I just want to leave him to rot in the under-20s. So we'll see what happens on that front. Maybe after this episode I'll cool down a little bit, but I was quite annoyed at him at the time. The rest of the team for this match, Asensio and Bruma in their usual positions. Romero, Diawara and Kubas now the midfield 3. Traore, Granuni, Koulibaly and Husai at the back 4. Murray in goal. Traore with the ball. Sends it into Kubas. Now Diawara. Over to Husai. He brings it down the right. Inside to Bruma. Into Diawara, but saved by the keeper. Corner from Bruma into the near post. It's come out to Asensio. Now Castellano's hit the post. So close to giving us the lead. Husai with the throw, looking for Asensio, who brings it down, puts it in, and Bruma arriving has finished a clinical little move from the team. Absolutely excellent finish from Bruma to get his 6th of the season and give us the lead. Asensio's free kick, pushed wide to Traore. Good little pass there. Castellano back to Traore again. Ball sent in towards Romero, who's beaten the keeper to the header somehow, and we're now 2-0 up. Asensio taking the ball down the left. Van Rijn steals it from it. It's back to the keeper, Verheist. Now Chimino into Tunis. Over to Fontanesi. Bro looking to spread the pass. Instead it's back to the right back. Fornatenzi sends it forward. Tunis has got to it. In till Gibraltar, over to Sansonetti, and they've managed to score with their first shot on target, and we need to be careful in the last 5 minutes, but we should comfortably see this game out, even though they get that goal back. Well, there's just a few seconds left as we seemingly, according to the scoreline, grind this game out, but we actually thoroughly dominated it the entire game. Bari never really threatened, but we've just not quite got the goals at the minute, and we need to get our strikers back to full fitness before we'll be able to get those goals. But we have now won back-to-back Serie A games without a striker, so that is definitely good news for the team. They're not reacting particularly well despite the poor morale, probably because of the Perez situation, but we are still 6 points behind Juventus, now 4 points clear of Fiorentina, but they do have a game in hand. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. It's not a bad one overall, especially given how difficult an episode this was. Getting 3 wins and a defeat is more than acceptable in the context, especially with that injury to Diabate as well. And next time, hopefully things will be a bit smooth sailing for us. We've got Arsenal away, which will be a tough match. I think we will really struggle in that one. Then we'll take on Bologna, Sassuolo and Celtic, taking us right up to the end of November. So hopefully that isn't too difficult. We have got a big international break in the middle of all of that, so the team's still going to be very, very tired. But it will set us up just ahead of the winter break, which will start not too long after that, maybe 2-3 episodes away from that winter break. But up to now, the team a little bit patchy, not doing that bad overall. We just need to find the consistency we had at the start of the season. But if we can get our players back to injury, I think we'll find that again. We've only lost 2 games this season to Roma and to Calcio. So hopefully we can pick up the form and start to challenge Juventus a little bit more seriously. Drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed the wins over Inter Milan and Arsenal. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see how we get on in the rest of this season. But until next time, see ya!